Breaking news as we come on the air tonight. The Secret Service says former President Donald Trump is safe after shots were fired in his vicinity at his golf course in West Palm Beach, Florida. The FBI now says it is investigating the incident as an apparent assassination attempt. These are images of the former president's motorcade. Trump was golfing at the time. He said later that he heard popping sounds. ABC News has learned that an assault-style rifle was found at the scene. Officials say a suspect appeared to be aiming a gun near the former president. The Secret Service then fired shots. Authorities say the suspect fled in a vehicle but was apprehended by law enforcement in a neighboring county. President Biden and Vice President Harris were both briefed on the incident and expressed their relief that Trump was not hurt. The former president survived an assassination attempt at a rally in Pennsylvania just this past July. A retired firefighter at the event was killed. 2 other bystanders were injured. The incident led to the resignation of the Secret Service director and increased protection for Trump and other candidates. Tonight, the Secret Service has increased security around the White House and the vice president's residence. ABC's Chief Justice correspondent Pierre Thomas leads us off with the very latest.
Tonight, another security scare involving former President Trump and what's being investigated as a possible assassination attempt. Sources telling ABC News a man with an assault-style rifle was near the golf course as Donald Trump was playing.
They have an agent that jumps one hole ahead of time to where the president was at. And he was able to spot this rifle barrel sticking out of the fence and immediately engage that individual, at which time the individual took off. In the bushes where this guy was is an AK-47 style rifle with a scope, 2 backpacks which were hung on the fence that had ceramic tile in them, and a GoPro.
The former president was not injured. Sources telling ABC News at around 2 p.m., Secret Service personnel saw a suspect who appeared to be aiming an assault-style rifle. The Secret Service fired shots at the suspect, who dropped the rifle and fled. He was later captured a short distance away on a nearby highway. The Martin County Sheriff's Office sharing this picture of the car on the side of the road surrounded by police.
The threat level is high. We have increased the amount of assets that we've supported, so we live in danger time.
The FBI is now leading the investigation as authorities attempt to determine what exactly took place and why the man was at the golf course with the rifle. Officials saying the rifle has been recovered. This all comes as the Secret Service continues to face criticism and scrutiny after a man attempted to assassinate Trump at that Pennsylvania rally in July. Trump and 2 others injured and a volunteer firefighter killed. Linsey, tonight law enforcement is saying the suspect was 300 to 500 yards away from the former president. Trump again not harmed and said to be in good spirits. But this was truly a dangerous situation, Linsey.
Certainly was. All right, Pierre Thomas, our thanks to you as always. I want to bring in ABC's White House correspondent Mary Alice Parks. Mary Alice, what are you learning?
Yeah, we know the president and the vice president had both been briefed on the situation. The White House put out a statement saying that they were both relieved to hear that the former president was safe, and they will both continue to get regular updates throughout the day. The vice president also put out a similar statement of her own, but also adding violence has no place in America. So far, White House staff directing all questions to local law enforcement and Secret Service. I can tell you there is a heightened security presence here at the White House. The president is here. Lafayette Park right here is closed to the public. Remember, following that assassination attempt against Trump in Butler, Pennsylvania, the Secret Service director Kim Cheadle resigned. It is an acting director who is in place, and law enforcement grappling with such a heightened threat environment around this election, a political landscape that feels so volatile and just really different than anything we have seen in recent history, Linsey.
It certainly does. Mary Alice from the White House, thanks so much. ABC's chief Washington correspondent Jonathan Karl has been following the latest details as well. He joins us now with those developments. John, what do you know?
Well, we know the president, we're told that former President Trump was on the 5th floor when he heard the 5th hole of the golf course when he heard those popping sounds. He's back at Mar-a-Lago. People who have spoken to him say that he is in good spirits. In fact, his running mate, J.D. Vance, just put out a statement saying he spoke to him and said that he is in shockingly good spirits given what happened. I also spoke just recently, Linsey, with a former member of the president's Secret Service detail, former president's this detail when he was in the White House, who described how difficult it is to secure the area when he is playing golf, particularly at that golf course, the golf course that he usually plays when he is at Mar-a-Lago. This former agent told me that if the Secret Service had not spotted the muzzle of that gun sticking through the fence, that he would have had potentially an unfettered shot of less than 100 yards away, and that this very well could have been a successful assassination.
Wow. All right, Jonathan Karl, our thanks to you.